What's up, YouTube? It's been a while since I've been on here. Let's get you guys caught up on what's been going on. All right, you guys can see I'm in my garage and it's looking a little bit different. I've been out here working on this for a while now. Let me give you a little bit of a tour and show you the current progress, what's been going on. Well, first up, you can see I've been painting the ceiling black. Obviously not done yet. Don't worry about that car there. And repainting the walls, patching up a million holes. We also got this cabinet setup that I've had for quite a while sitting inside the house, believe it or not. But these two roller cabs are on wheels, so they can move out of the way, and then I have a workbench I could get to. Upper cabinets actually have lights underneath, which I don't have on. And I also have two more upper cabinets that I'll put somewhere else. This is just a mess because obviously I need space to be able to work. And over here is where I'm currently at. Again, I got the ceiling done over here. You can see that wall is started. This wall is all done. This wall was really bad. Got the back door painted up. This is still open because we need to run some conduit for some other areas. And this is kind of screwed up because they did a really terrible job taping it. I can show you. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. Yeah, I'll probably rip it out and fix that whole corner. And then there's a car up here. So that's the current status of the garage. You'll notice the Trans Am, the black Trans Am is missing. Where is the black Trans Am? That's the question. Let's go check in on that and see what's going on. So we're going back in time here. This is when I had gotten the car cleaned up and stripped out, ready to go. So all the plumbing was out, all the wiring was out, anything that wasn't needed for the chassis shop was taken out of the car. Here you could see the 25.5 was still in there. Nothing was wrong with it. I just didn't fit the car very well with that cage. So after a lot of debate, I decided to cut it out and make some changes overall to the car. You'll see there's quite a bit of upgrades happening now. This was the night before. I left pretty early in the morning to go to J&E Chassis Works in Clarksville, Michigan. So I got the car loaded up the night before so I could hit the road first thing in the morning. They're doing a full 25.2, 25.3 chassis in the car with a double frame rail, a 4-link. It'll still be stock front suspension, but we'll get into more details as we're showing you the pictures here. But here it is dropped off at the shop. Again, this is early October of last year, so it's been there for a little while now. They got right into the work. They got the cage cut out, pulled the engine, pulled the trans, pulled the rear end. I think they sent me this picture the same day I dropped it off. If not, it might have been the next day. A little bit after that, they started cutting out everything inside the car. You could see the rear of the car cut out on the floor there. And it's up on the lift because they're getting ready to put it on a chassis table. They actually got a new chassis table, and my car was the first one to go on it, which I thought was pretty cool. So here they are getting it bolted onto a chassis table, making sure everything is straight and square, level, get the ride height set, position everything for the rear end, all that good stuff. And here is the first bars going in. That's the number 1 bar, and some of the bars going over the rear. You can see the quarters are cut out, the floor is cut out. And here you can see they got the main hoop in. They started on the rear tree, and notice how tight that main hoop fits. They just did an amazing job fitting all these bars up super tight to give me as much room as possible inside the car. Here's kind of the start of the rear tree, which is a little bit extra beefy for the drag and drive aspect so that it could support pulling a trailer. Here's another shot showing you guys how good they did on fitting all these bars to the body. This is the A-pillar bar, obviously, and it's as tight as you could possibly get. This is just an example of the welding on this thing. Every single weld looks that good, or maybe even better if it's possible. They just did a fantastic job on everything. Here you can see the double frame rails going in, the floor going in. This was when I first got fit in the car, so they had to make some adjustments there before it was finalized, but no big deal for them. Here you can see the funny car cage, the door bars are in, I think the roof bars are in at this point. So this was getting pretty close to getting ready to come off the table. First things first, they have to pull the body off so that they could get to a lot of these tubes and get some good welds on them before it comes off the table, so it's nice and rigid. Here's just another shot from the front side. You can see that mid-plate mount is really, really beefed up. That's one of the coolest things on the car, if you ask me. And I finally remembered to bring my camera and turn it on. So here was a little while after that, just doing some walking around, showing you guys some of the just incredible work that these guys have done on this car. Again, there's that rear tree, like I said, pretty beefed up so that it could support a trailer. And it also is going to support, obviously, the anti-roll bar and the rear suspension. At this point, I don't know if this is all the bars and all the gussets and everything, but it's a lot of them. It's most of it, if it's not all of it. But just, again, incredible work from these guys. Everything fit up so perfectly. All the welds look amazing. Just everything is as good as I could ever hope for. I still can't believe this is my car, to be honest with you, but just incredible work from these guys. Just kind of walking around showing you some stuff. There's the 4-link brackets in the car. Here you can see the carbon seat. It's going to get a pour-in insert later on. Another thing to note, that the seat is actually lower than the floor in the car. I think I might show that a little bit later. What you're seeing there, that little black piece hanging off of the dash bar, that's for mocking up the steering column so you could get the positioning figured out. But going back to the seat, it's actually lower than the floor so that I could fit in the car, because when they had it on the floor, my head was actually up into the bars. So not an easy task to get me to fit into an F-body, but they made it work, and they just did a great job with all the challenges that I gave them on this thing. Again, there's that mid-plate mount, all the bracing on that thing. It's pretty awesome. Obviously, there's still a tunnel to go into the car. It'll be an enclosed tunnel with a loop up at the front. Here you can see the body. The cowl is still going to get cut out. I have a Midwest chassis delete that's going in there. You can see the Costa composite carbon fiber roof. Most everything inside the car is all chopped out. They got some stuff to trim up and a little bit of work there, but not too much. Here's one of the earlier pictures of the rear end. Again, the welding on everything is just unbelievable. He sent me pictures of parts inside the rear end that you won't even see, and the welding looks just as beautiful. There you can see the wishbone mount up top. No pictures of the 4-link brackets, but you know, just imagine amazing welding and you'll know what they look like. There's the rear end sitting in the car to get the 4-link bars figured out. Those are 1 5/8" 4-link bars, again, because of the drag and drive aspect. You wanted to make sure it was extra beefy for driving on the road. But there you are. Now we're all caught up. Lots of work has been done on the car, obviously. There's still a lot of work to go, but make sure you stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you guys on the next one.